Hello everybody, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included and our tiny little colony here. As just a quick reminder, we're going to take a little look at the sickly timeline and everything to do with it. There we go. So we currently have Ruby, Catalina, Ellie, and Rowan. Just before we left, we also found our new asteroid that we can teleport to if we want to. Our average power produced is still manual completely, but we'll be changing that today. Along with our oxygen produced, finally, we have a actual algae diffuser. We have 142 tiles, 105 gas pipes, 84 ladders, 64 regular tiles, 52 wires, and 40 walls. Our cycle so far has actually been pretty okay for our average power wasted. Overall, it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Overall, to be honest, we are sitting pretty happy with most things. Stress is definitely something we need to start combating, and wild critters are going to thankfully start getting tamed now that we've got at least a ranch set up. Alright, let's see here. Looks like... Oh. There we go. Seems like the game had a small little crash. Okay, looks like we're still constructing a little bit. We have this disabled. We have our sink well finally taken down a good bit. So if we look at our oxygen overlay, while this is barely breathable, it is breathable. These guys here will slowly get taken care of as we interconnect everything else. Speaking of, that actually can start to take effect. There we go. And... okay. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to start doing... There we go. We now have a bit more calories while they go back to getting our food prepped and ready. Okay, we are almost out of water for our pitcher pump, which is fine because we're just going to be relocating down to one of these smaller pockets. Now, I did notice this a little bit on our last one, but we have a pitch of pepper, we have a petrified fossil. Story trait. Ancient specimen. I've discovered a fossilized critter buried in my colony, at least part of one, but does not seem to resemble any of the species I've encountered on this asteroid. Where did it come from? How did it get here? And what other questions might these bones hold the answers to? There's only one way to find out. Now, thankfully, it's covered in abyssite because this is magma, and the magma is superheated. And abyssite, thankfully, will stop all types of being able to get heat out for the most part. Like, things can still wrap around it, and the fact that it has this little break here means that the temperature could eventually start to flare out, like you can see. But it'll take a while for this to start fully fusing out. Let's see here. Oh, there's a puff. That's very helpful. There's that cool vent. Ooh, we also have thimble reeds. I didn't notice that. That's perfect. Okay, wonderful. I think what I'll end up doing, just because of how this is set up, I might actually just dig straight down with the ladder. It'll bring us to here, and then we'll have this be a large water catch. Because I see carbon dioxide, I see oxygen, and yeah, there's polluted oxygen, but I think honestly creating a large water catch here would be helpful. And then once we get to the point where I'm ready to analyze the petrified fossil, that's when we'd release the magma into our water catch. It'll be a lot easier to control the heat with the water, especially since it'll pretty much instantly steam, and we can use that to also power some generators. Okay, so what we're going to do, and the way I find that's easiest for this, is we're going to start at a level they can't actually start to utilize. That way we can plan ahead for it. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a ladder down. We'll just assume here is a good spot. Yeah, that should be good. Now it will come into contact with this water, so we'll start flooding, but what we can do is wall that off first. We'll just cancel all these. So this way, as we go step by step down, we can at least try and make it so they're not going to be drowning while we build, because they'll build across first. What we're doing here is we're just making it so that the water levels out to a point where it's not going to constantly be drowning them. Everyone will go up to breathe. There we go. So you can see it evening out. Now what we're doing here is making it so that if we're really good about it, we won't have to worry as much. I just noticed this is dripping, which is going to cause us bigger problems. Okay. Those get a 7 for their priority. There you go. Now let's go ahead and get a plumbing picture placed in here. We're going to dig a level 7 underneath of it. Oh, perfect. Skill points. If I take on one of the skills, then they're going to be overtaxed and start stressing out too much. Thankfully, our food is starting to go up again, but not by really enough to make me feel comfortable with it. Okay. I think so far we're doing pretty good, actually. We're at the end of cycle 23. Let's see here. Food's doing moderate. 4,000 per cycle. So yeah, we just used up a good amount. Our stress is thankfully not too bad. Breathability is still at a perfect. We have the water here dripping down. Okay. And yep, that can get deconstructed now. Along with those. Oh, cancel that. This is perfect because this is where our energy is going to be going. So that we don't have to keep having sweet poor little Rowan marching on the wheel. As much of a hamster as he is. I know it's a bit further of a walk to get everything, but this is by far the best option for it. Then we have 72% 73% incubation. We do have another hatch here that we're going to try and wrangle. Okay, we've officially met the food goals for today. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Oh, perfect. There we go. Catlina is current. Oh no, that's Ellie. I forgot. Ellie is our wrangler. Catlina is our researcher. Yeah, as soon as this starts to drain, we can just immediately bring down more liquid just by opening this section up. Okay, now that we've gotten a little bit further down, we can see better. So we're going to go ahead and call this the floor. Okay. Yeah, we'll call it there so we don't end up touching into the chlorine yet. There we go. So this will be our big water catching. Ooh, printable! Of course. Well, we're starting to get a calorie surplus, but let's see here. Loud sleepers, so we can't take them at all because everyone's still in communal living. We'll just take the shine nymph. None of those dupes were particularly terrible, but none of them were good either. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're going to do 5 across the board here. While I'm thinking about it, I'm also going to go ahead and prep this part, so there we go. And this is so they can go underneath to build all of this, except for the pitcher pump, but at least we know where that's going to be going. That is starting to creep into our area pretty quickly. And we still don't know how long that lasts for. Ah, perfect. Some of our lice loaf is being created now, so we'll actually be able to afford a dupe zone. Okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna dig here. ladders. Now, unlike other ones, this is going to have a double sealed door. One low, one high. And this is just to try and help out a little bit with capturing the carbon dioxide before it has to flood its way out. Yes, Ellie, that's what happens when you literally trap yourself in. Guys, can you urgently free Ellie? Red alert, I am not having this brat die, because she cannot breathe in there. Thank you. Dupe skills. We have Katlina with the next one. But that does max you out. We're gonna have to skip on it for now. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and set this down to a 4. That way it's low worry for right now. Okay. Now let's figure out... Oh, part of it is researchability. I never researched any power, so... Mark those as our next ones for power and research. You earn a skill point. You earn a skill point. Everybody earns a skill point. Oh, we also have Paku. Oh, Amber Fossil. Fossil Fragment, a Spore Child. Hmm. Okay, our oxygen well is filling up again. Oh, they're literally picking up stuff to just build the... Okay, guys. I mean, bet, but at the same time, why? I guess they want to dig the hole. Okay, perfect. That's the first power done, which gives me wire bridges, switches, and jumbo batteries. Okay, let's go ahead and go single time. We're going to look at these guys now. So we have, okay, yes, they are tamed. They are currently at a 4 happy. They are 25 health. They currently are going to be giving us a hatchling egg. We won't be going into stone hatchlings just yet, but that is one of the next steps. These ones are tamed, groomed, happy, and idle. Their reproduction is going up, which is really good considering their age. Their health is pretty happy as well. They have a 7% chance of giving us a sage hatchling. These little ones are at 89% incubation. Now, out this side, this is going to be where we're going to be putting further and further farms and ranches, so we won't need to have these large up and downs. Since these are all going to be 92 by 92 by 92 by 92. And this one little here can be wrangled. Oh no. You sweet dummy. Okay, good. I need you to immediately move up. Oh, thank God. They will just straight up trap each other and occasionally just murder. I don't know if it's intentional. I hope it's not, but on the other hand, with these guys, you literally never know. Oh, why did the wall break? I guess that's fair. It was fertilizer to begin with. Okay, guys, I guess you're going to be working through water. I tried. We'll have these be set to a 3. Well, that's the other power done. Perfect. So we have the coal generator, the wood burner. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and we're going to get the coal generator settled in here. We're only going to do one for right now. And then up top here is going to be our battery generator. So we're going to do a door insulation door. So the batteries can start here since we'll be doing these. We'll just go bonk, bonk. These will, oh wait, bonk, bonk. Then dun dun, dun dun. Perfect. And then we are going to actually bonk, deconstruct level 7, because I just realized I never made. Oh wait, I shouldn't actually. I just remembered. You shouldn't have to do that anymore. You should just be able to insulate a tile. Yes. Perfect. This way, all we have to do is cancel that one out and push it at that there. And there's our printable. Okay. On one hand, Quinn would be really helpful. They start out with digging, they already have increased strength, they do not care about the food. Downside. They can't deal with animals and they can't deal with building tasks. Yeah, this one makes sense. So they won't be able to do any kind of building, but they will be our little hero with digging. So that'll be really helpful for us. And then let's go ahead and we're gonna get you furniture, cot. Okay, you're the last one added in before we start making sure that everyone has their own rooms. Let's go ahead and make sure that you have a level 8 put to you. And then they should be cleaning those out once everyone gets done with them today. We're going to put them at 7 from now on. Just to make sure. Oh, right, and then I was going to do bonk bonk. These we can fill with coal, which is really helpful because our hatches are going to be producing coal until we get them into different morphs. Oh, there's another hatch that we can collect. Ellie! Collect the hatch! Oh, and another. Ellie! Absolutely love the music of this. I've played so much of this game, and I'll be honest, I never really put too much of an emphasis on getting to the end. I always just focus on being the best caretaker for these little guys as I can be. And realistically, that's all that matters to me. I like making a self-sufficient colony too. Okay. And then this part here is starting to get better, so that's at least something helpful. Yeah, and if that spills in, like, this should be pretty quick and easy for them to deal with priority-wise, and we'll just make sure that this one and this one are at a level 8 for when they get down there, because it'll trinkle out a little bit, but not enough to where we have to worry about it, as long as they can get those two done. There is sandstone around here, right? Granite, algae granite, slime. I'm gonna have to change what I made that. There you go. This way they don't have to constantly be going up and down. Okay. There we go. Granite. That way all the granite in here can go into this, and then they only have to really, like, bring down a little bit of the resources. Then we're still gonna bonk bonk. Okay. And some little ore, coal, coffee setting. There we go. Then while it's doing that, let's go ahead and we are going to come down. Let's see here. There's. I want to get the artistic expression going for us. Let's see here. This will at least help me plan out a little bit more with housing. So this will end up being our wall. We'll just put a little corner there for us. So if we want to make each house, so usually I do a 4x5. But that wouldn't work. So let's see here. So it's 188 tiles. Which does make it pretty hard. Let's see here. that's one room with a midpoint here and here. Okay, that works. So 5 by is what we'll be looking at. Then what I'm doing here is I'm planning in advance. We are going to do some air tiles so that people can breathe. Oh, perfect. Research complete. Now these are going to help out a lot because it'll make it so they're way happier, which means they could take on more skills without getting stressed. Oh, I just realized. Part of the reason they can't get there is because of that. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and get Toink. Connect that into the power grid. There we go. And while I noticed it, we are going to kick that back down to a 5. Now that is starting to fill up again. We'll wait until it gets to this point here before we kick this on again. Just so the whole reservoir, quote unquote, is taken care of first. Temp-wise, yeah, this is starting to lacerate out pretty bad, and over here is pretty hot. This one here is at 45. Does look like we have some cold zone over here, which is nice. We might be able to funnel this off into the cold zone just by bringing it straight down. This will help cool it down, and we can then pump it over once it's at a safe temperature. It's actually probably what we'll end up doing with it, realistically. Oh, sediment walk. Didn't even notice that. Perfect. And we have this going now, so rooms will be kicking up soon. Okay, perfect. Now this one here is going to go down to a 2. Let's see here. Let's see. Research. Let's go ahead and get the primary for automation going for research. Okay, we are at the end of cycle 29. We are looking pretty good. Food's definitely getting low again, so let's go ahead and up this to a 7. So research and cooking are going to be very important for us. Which is one reason honestly, pretty much the entire reason I got this going. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it so consumable ore goes away for coal. We're going to copy our settings across the board here so everyone will jump their coal. And for this one, we can actually see all, and we can see coal here. We have 11 tons. Not a ton actually, but not terrible. Okay, and we have the baby hatches in here now as well. We're getting up to that point where we're going to have to worry a little bit about kicking on that thing. Okay. Since we're looking so good with all of this, let's go ahead and kick on another oxygen diffuser. Since we aren't having any issues with power yet. And let's go ahead and priority construction 7. And we're just going to priority 6 all this. There we go. Food and research are now at 7. And our second oxygen diffuser is now going well. We're going to kick that to 6, just like the other. And since we're doing so good on power anyways, let's go ahead and enable this building. Perfect. Now if we look our ventilation overlay, we can actually watch it just straight up pumping our gases through these tubes and into their holders. So like here you can actually see that this will be filled up for the final time. This pipe will back up. We'll start filling up this one. There it goes. Pipe is backed up, and now we're going to start filling up this one. You can even see the drop down as it refuses everything. Oh, battery out. Because that little guy's out of power. Oh, we got another blueprint. This time we got a basic purple shoes. That's perfect. I love that. Love everything about that. The thimble reeds are actually one thing I'm excited about, because those are what produces the fiber that we can use to start creating some of those more unique designs. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and attack that. Okay, more coal. Yep, we're gonna take the coal. Right now we don't want another dupe just because of how much everything is currently just like teetering on. We're doing good, but we're not doing great. Perfect. Bathroom situation right now is doing pretty well. Okay. There we go. Then we are going to do a 2x2 dig out up top so we can actually do the tops of this one. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to start down this tree path. Because we're going to want... Honestly, we're going to need the regulation first. And then we'll move into smelting. Well, actually... We're going to need this one to do smelting because of how much the smelter takes for energy. Catalina, Ellie. Let's see here. Ventilation-wise, oh, it is time to disable you again. Perfect. That'll help these guys reboost up. Perfect. Looks like we're gonna have to do another stage after the next time we kick that sucker on. And that put us just over the 114 kilogram mark. Oh, perfect. We have another cut. We're going to do Quinn this time. Perfect. More research complete. That's good because that's the oxygen hydrogen one, where if you look here, you have your electrolyzer, which converts it into oxygen and hydrogen, and that hydrogen can go back into a supply that you can then use for the hydrogen pumps, which produce power. So you can see here the hydrogen generators. It's not a great return, but overall it is better than just wasting the hydrogen, or worse, letting it free roam around. So far we're doing actually pretty good. Okay, and that's the end of cycle 33. We're doing pretty okay. I'm still trying to figure out which dupe I want to send into this. Oh, I didn't inspect that. I'm silly. Initial success, encryption level 2. Subject identified B111. Log begins. A throat clears. B11. We are now reliably printing healthy living subjects, though all exhibit unusual qualities as a result of the cloning process. Squeaking sounds can be heard. Unusual vocalizations, benign growths, missing appendages have been seen in all subjects thus far to a varying degree of severity. It seems that by bypassing or accelerating juvenility halts certain critical stages of development. Brain function, however, appears typical. Squeaking. They also seem quite happy. Dr. Rosegard signing off. I'm pretty sure we read that one already, but it says already inspected now. It didn't before. Value entry to my log, VA. Accelerator, error. Repairing corrupted data. Data repaired. Returning results. I remember. Machines. Ooh, spooky. Okay, into the next one, we are going to go into the refined renovations, now that we are done with our current power one. Now the biggest thing is that we're getting this set up and prep for the next stages. Next up is going to be Rowan. Now let's go ahead and look at priorities. So Ruby, you don't have your priority set to farming, which is my bad. Same with Rowan. Now Quinn, let's go ahead and we're going to have you extremely down for everything that isn't storing, supplying, tidying. Everything else will be just regular, except for, like, of course, you can't build, you can't research, and ranching is disallowed for everybody that is not one of our ranchers. There we go. That should help a lot with prioritization for them. Perfect. This is still going pretty well in the background. I think we'll end up putting Quinn through this whole thing. Like, no offense to Quinn, it's just, out of everyone, they will be my guinea pig. Okay, perfect. The carbon dioxide and oxygen are functional in that space. Our catch down here is working. You can see it all falling down. Our oxygen diffusers here are kicking up quite a bit, thankfully. And there's our blueprint. We're going to do Joya Seed. Joya Seeds are really good for general decoration. Okay, we have 4,000 meal lice. So with this one here, we are going to kick off the mush bar since we have... Oh wait, no, we're going to kick that back on. We don't have a lot of lice to be able to make a lot of lice loaves. Oh, perfect. There's the last one. We're going to actually cancel that. We're going to wait till some of our projects finish up first. So let's go ahead. We're going to prioritize 7 for all of this. And you're going to get wrangled. Now we are looking at overcrowding down here, so we want to check. Let's see here. You're 32. You're 82. You're about to give birth, though. You're 61. 69. 79, and you're not. Perfect. So we're going to stack you at a 9. Okay, Ruby got a little bit hurt, but not too bad. And that did give us some food. There you go. Another blueprint. We got, ooh, laboratory glitter. Sparkly balloons and an all too familiar hue. Overjoyed responses. Balloon artist common. Okay, Quinn so far is doing really well, making sure everything gets picked up properly. Which is good, because they're about to have a very different job when we switch them to just tidying. Actually, speaking of, let's go ahead and we are going to disallow for all but Quinn. Oh, perfect. Let's see here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to level 9 deconstruct and level 9 finish dig. Because this is going to very quickly need to be turned into our food zone since we have now meat that is not refrigerated. Okay. So we're going to have this be the kitchen hall. Okay, pneumatic door. Now let's go ahead and look at this. We are going to go with a electric grill. You're going to need a refrigerator. We'll go with 2 of them. A ration box. Microbe musher. And lastly, the egg cracker. Now we'll go ahead and do an extra space. Tile. And this here is going to be our dining room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. It's gonna be dripping into this, but we already had to worry about that. Alright, and we just earned the new achievement to pay the bills. And good egg. Hatch a new critter from an egg. Which critter did we hatch? Oh, who is suffocating? No! Rowan, please, move. Oh, thank God. Someone, for the love of God, please block this off before someone else does that. Okay. Crisis has been averted for Rowan. Despite their attempt, I did not let them die. Oh, right. Everything is in emergency mode because I was in emergency mode. Oh, goodness. An absolute nightmare they give me so frequently. There you go. Okay. That's dripping down. Printable available. Oh. We're gonna go ahead and print up that snazzy suit. And the snazzy suit is going to be going to Quinn since Quinn runs around so much. Look at Quinn in that little snazzy suit. Okay. Quinn, you're going to be our griller. Okay, let's go ahead and mop this up. Look, little Quinn doing his best. He's very upset about the soggy feet. Okay, Quinn, perfect. Now, I need you to specifically sweep this entire floor. You know what? Everyone's doing it, but that's good. Okay, where is drywall now? Ah, there. We're just gonna go ahead and jump to drywall now while they're doing that. We can go down that other tree as soon as we're done with it. So you can see here, the decor is actually finally starting to get pretty nice. This unfortunately cannot stay because it will end up just straight up keeping that dupe awake. It's pretty much like a spider getting into your house. There we go. Thankfully baby ones like that are pretty quick to snub out, but if we look at our decor, you can see these little green spots. Okay. Oh, I forgot. That's why I wasn't doing that. Yes, I know long commutes. I can't help that too much. Yet. There we go. Now if we go in here, you can see total decor. It's actually sitting at about 50. Now we're just going to do one room at a time with this, because it does take a lot to do a room, and we're going to do so white, so that when we add in things to the background and paintings and color, it really pops. Oh, there's our new printable. We are at cycle 40. Oh, we got another snazzy suit. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and put that with Catalina. And I think that is a good place to stop. I think we'll stick around doing what we have been doing, where we'll do about 20 sweeps or 20 cycles before we have to end. Let's go ahead and look at our colony summary. We didn't learn anything else, but let's watch this fun little time lapse. Alright. And with that, I hope you all enjoy your day. I really enjoyed making this video, and I look forward to making more of this series. I do really love Oxygen Not Included, and I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I do. Until the next time, you guys, you have a great day, and good night.